Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Honestly, you could just eat it like this. Tortillas! Hi guys, it's Rose and welcome back to Chic Lazy Vegan and another video. Today's video is going to be vegan breakfast ideas that are perfect if you are a busy person. These are perfect to make in advance because these are grab and go breakfast ideas. For people that like to sleep in, that like to head out the door right in the morning, but you still want a healthy breakfast, this is perfect. All you have to do is just make these in advance and I promise they are so easy to make. And then you'll have breakfasts for days to come. Yes, my friends, 2 of these are actually sweet breakfast ideas and one of them is going to be savory. 2 of these you can actually freeze, so you can actually make this in a big bulk and just store it in the freezer if you need to do that. So I hope you guys are excited to make some breakfast. Just a quick reminder before we jump in that there are still some spots available for both my Thailand and Bali trips. If you didn't know, I'm going to Thailand and Bali this year with potentially you and my friend Daniel that you have seen before on my channel and that you guys love so much. So we're actually gonna do a big vegan food tour, one in Thailand and one in Bali, and you guys can come to one or the other or both. Yes guys, the links are down below to sign up for the trips. They are sort of back to back with a few days in between. So if you want to come to both and take advantage of that flight to Southeast Asia, you can do that as well. Or you can just come to one if that's what you want to do. Anyway, the links are down below if you guys are interested in signing up to go on a vegan food tour with me and my friend Daniel in Thailand and in Bali. Yes, I'm so excited and hope to see you there. All right, you guys, so now we are ready to jump in to recipe number 1. All right, you guys, so the first recipe we're gonna make is going to be carrot cake overnight oats. Overnight oats are perfect if you just want to grab and go. And they are so easy to make. It literally takes like less than 5 minutes to put together overnight oats. So it is the perfect thing to meal prep because it's so easy. Okay, so let's get started. So first things first, we need a carrot for carrot cake overnight oats. So I'm gonna take a carrot, I've peeled it already, and we're just gonna throw it into a food processor so that we can grate these very quickly, but you can grate them using like a cheese grater or whatever you want, okay? I love using a food processor to do this. It's just a lot faster, okay? So basically you just want to finely grate your carrot. Here we are, carrot, grated, okay? All right, that was the hardest part. I promise, okay? Now for this recipe, I'm actually gonna add in some protein powder because we wanna make this higher in protein so that it keeps you fuller for a longer period of time, okay? I don't like to be hungry after 10 minutes. So what I like to do is take some non-dairy milk. You can use whatever one you want. And I'm gonna put it into a protein shaker cup. If you don't have one, you can just whisk this all together. I just find this to be a lot easier. So we're gonna take that and we're gonna add in protein powder. I got 2 scoops here because we're gonna make 2 servings. So we're gonna add in protein powder. There we go. Now we're just gonna close nice and tightly. Okay, you don't want a protein powder explosion. And then you're just gonna shake it like you're making a protein shake. I know. Again, if you don't have a protein shaker cup thing, just like whisk it together, just mix it together. Just try not to have too many clumps or anything like that, okay? Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. There you go. So now what we want to do is we're gonna add some rolled oats. I'm just gonna divide this in half, okay? The recipe, as always, is linked below, my friends. Woo, 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 woo. Now we have chia seeds. Again, try to evenly spread them out, or you can just, you know, measure them properly for each one. There we go. And now we're also gonna add in some cinnamon and nutmeg, okay? There we go. I'm just gonna give the dry ingredients just a nice little mix here. And then I have some vanilla extract and maple syrup. Yum. I never like to waste maple syrup. Oh, it's so good. All right, now we add in the carrots, again, divided in half. And then you just pour the protein shake on top. I know, it's that easy. There we go, guys. Now give this a final stir. This has got some lovely healthy fats from the chia seeds. We even got a vegetable in here, carrot. Okay, and then we got protein from that protein powder, which is gonna make it nice and filling. And of course, oats are very healthy too, so this is a great start to the day and takes like 5 minutes to make, maybe not even. So one final and totally optional ingredient which I decided to add is going to be some vegan plain yogurt. I have some vegan coconut milk yogurt here, which I love. I'm just gonna add a large spoonful of it on top. And I find that this just makes it nice and creamy, and it almost acts like a little bit of like a, you know, healthy like icing sort of situation. You know what I'm saying? Okay. It's so good. Makes it nice and creamy and delicious. And then in the morning, you can just mix it all up. So good. Here you are, guys. Some carrot cake, protein, overnight oats, and then all you have to do is just seal it. And then you just keep it in the fridge. And it should last about at least up to like 4 days or something. So you can actually make double and then just eat one for the next 4 days. So there you go. So you don't want to eat it right away because the oats are not going to be, you know, softened yet. But, you know, in about a few hours, I would say at least maybe 5 hours or so. I usually just make it the night before and store it in the fridge, and it's ready to go. Okay, so that's recipe number 1. So it's now been a few hours and I just have to try some of this for you guys. Okay, we got the carrot cake oats. Ooh, do you see? Ooey gooey goodness. Mmm. That is delicious. It seriously reminds me of carrot cake. Mmm. Mmm. So good. So good. Adding that little bit of yogurt at the top makes a big difference. Mm-hmm. Mmm. Mmm. Mm-hmm. Try it. Recipe, link below. Alright, you guys, so the next recipe is going to be some vegan raspberry muffins. Oh my gosh, these are so delicious, and you can also swap out the raspberry for blueberry if you'd want, or any other berry. Okay? The world is your oyster. This actually is the blueberry muffin recipe from my vegan cafe, which is SaVeg Cafe in Calgary, Canada. If you've never been, come check it out if you're ever in this city for some reason, okay? So we used to have these blueberry muffins that were really, really delicious. We don't have them anymore, sadly, but I'm sharing with you basically the entire recipe. So you can actually make this at home. You can swap blueberry, raspberry, raspberry, blueberry. Use both if you're crazy. Okay, so let's just jump right in. So how do you make this? So first I'm gonna take some rolled oats, and I'm actually going to make it into like an oat flour by putting it, once again, in my trusty food processor, okay? So just make sure your food processor is pretty dry because we're gonna make it into like a flour. So we're just going to take that and just perfect. So as you can see here, it is nice and finely ground. And if you just have oat flour, you can use that as well. And then we simply have to mix together the dry ingredients first. So what we're gonna do is take that oat flour, add that in here. We also have some lovely regular flour. We have baking powder, baking soda, salt, and those are the dry ingredients. And now we just want to mix it. I'm just gonna use a whisk like that. Lovely, absolutely lovely. All right, there we go. And now into another bowl. I'm gonna use a bigger one this time. I'm gonna add in the wet ingredients. Now, the only other dry ingredient we're gonna add in this step is brown sugar. So we're gonna add the brown sugar in with the wet ingredients. So brown sugar. We also have some applesauce. I'm using unsweetened applesauce here, but hey, if you want it sweeter, you can use sweetened. And we have some vegetable oil. You wanna use a neutral vegetable oil. Lovely. And we have vanilla extract and some non-dairy milk. Once again, you can use whatever non-dairy milk of your choice. And then we just want to mix, mix, mix. There we to go. And now we want to add in the dry ingredients into the wet ingredients. And then you just want to mix it until we get a smooth consistency. And now you need to throw in, of course, your berries. So again, I am doing raspberries. So I'm just gonna throw them in here. I like to save a few, okay? Save a few berries so you can add it to the top. So yeah, just throw those in. Again, you can do like a mixed berry situation. That would be really fun. I'm just using frozen raspberries, but you can use fresh, do whatever you want. Now you can put it onto your muffin trays. So I'm just going to grease each one with a little bit of oil, but you can also use just like muffin liners. You definitely want to line it or spray some grease because otherwise it will stick. I'm gonna use like a big spoon here and just spoon out the mixture. Obviously don't fill it all the way to the top because it will expand. I would say this would make about 8 to 9 standard sized muffins. Oh, I don't like to waste any food. You can top it with those berries that you saved. You see why we saved them? Again, you don't have to do this part, but it just makes it look pretty. And another final little touch if you want to be fancy is you can add a few little just regular oats on top. Again, this is just decorative, you know. Or you can add like pumpkin seeds or something like that on top of them. And that is it, my friends. Now we throw it in the oven at 400 degrees Fahrenheit and bake for about 30 to 35 minutes. Alright guys, so here are the muffins. Woo! Don't they look gorgeous? So pretty. Alright, I'm gonna just take one out. So I do like to let it cool down, like mostly before I try to, you know, take it out, because otherwise it might still be sticky. Ooh, look at this. Look at this. Ooh. Alright, cheers. Mmm. Mmm. It's so good. It's not too sweet, but it is absolutely delicious. Nice and fluffy. Soft. Mmm. Perfect for like a light on-the-go breakfast or a snack. Alright you guys, so the third and final recipe is going to be my mushroom black bean burritos. You may have seen this recipe before because I have done a video on this before, but I had to feature it in this video because it is the perfect little breakfast slash lunch slash snack, whatever you want to do with it. Because you can actually keep it in the fridge and eat it throughout the week, or you can also freeze these. So it's really, really easy, really simple, and it's also very high in protein. So it's great. It's great all around. So here we go. Let's get started. So I have here a pan that's already quite hot. Lord. I'm gonna add in some oil. Okay. Ooh, is it gonna start getting crazy? Okay. I think there was some water droplets in the, Okay. All right, we're heating up some oil. Hopefully not burning myself. And now we're gonna add in some onion. I have some diced onion here. And I'm also gonna add in a little garlic. Garlic is optional, but I just thought it would be tasty with lots of garlic, okay? If you don't know my garlic hack by now, where have you been? I'll link my garlic hack video down below, so check that out. So we're just gonna saute this for a couple of minutes. Just let the onions soften. It's gonna become nice and fragrant. All right, after just a couple minutes, I'm gonna add in my mushrooms. So I have some finely chopped mushrooms. These are just white mushrooms that I've chopped. We're just gonna throw that in and just let this cook. Let the mushrooms sweat it out a little bit. At this stage, I'm just gonna add a little bit of salt. All right, guys, so now that the mushrooms have sweat out quite a bit and shrunken, I'm going to add in some cooked rice. I just have regular white rice here, regular schmegular. We're also gonna add in black beans. So this is a can of black beans that I've drained and rinsed. We're gonna throw that in. This combination is perfection. Rice and beans, my friends, rice and beans. I should do a video of recipes with just rice and beans. I think they say that if you have rice and beans together, it's like nutritionally good. I don't know. They say something like this, okay? Anyways, we're just gonna break this apart, break the rice apart, just make sure we're mixing this well. Saute, saute, saute. So for spices, I've got onion powder, garlic powder, I have paprika, or you can use chili powder, and I also have some cumin. That's what we got going on here. So I'm just gonna throw it all in here. I'm also gonna add in a little bit more salt. You can also just add salt to taste, depending on how much you want. And of course, you can play around with the spices. Just make sure we're giving it that really nice mix so that everything is mixed really well. And now at the very end here, I'm gonna add in some salsa. This is just store-bought salsa. This is gonna add flavor. That's the hack, my friends. You can add more or less depending on your preference. Let me give this a try. Flavor bomb. Okay, I think it's basically done. Now I'm gonna add in my final thing here, which is cilantro. I love cilantro, so I'm gonna add a lot, but if you don't like it, just leave it out. Add any other, fresh herbs if you want, but I love cilantro. Oh my god, actually, you know what? I have some leftover vegan cheese. I thought it would be fun to add this as well. You don't need this at all. So if you want to, you can add in some vegan cheese. I'm using this cheddar style vegan cheese. Just gonna throw that in, let that melt a little bit. I think it'll be really good with vegan cheese. Add that cheesy sensation. Okay, now I'm gonna try it. Honestly, you just eat it like this. It's so good. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, now we wrap it up in some tortillas. All right, friends. So I have some spinach tortillas. I believe this makes about 4 servings, but let's see here, okay? Wonderful. You can divide this into 4 or 5 burritos, depending on how big you want the burritos to be. It's up to you. So first, I usually start from the side and then just do a foldage and then just roll it up. Here we go. We got 4 relatively fat tortillas or burritos. Burritos with one that's a little injured, but that's okay. And you can wrap this up, and whenever you're ready to eat it, you can just, I like to toast my wraps. If you kept yours in the fridge, you can just maybe microwave it for 30 seconds, and then you can just throw it onto a pan just to let it toast a bit. I like mine a bit toasted. If you froze it, you'll probably need to microwave it for a bit longer and do the same thing, okay? Very simple. And then I like to also eat it with a bit of salsa on the side as well, or a little bit of hot sauce. It's so good. It's so good. All right, I'm gonna try the broken one because she needs some love, okay? It's so good. I have a little chipotle Tabasco. I feel like this would go so well with it. Now, if you don't want to carry sauces around, I would recommend adding in a little more salsa when you are making this. So good. All right, you guys, so those were my breakfast recipes. Just a reminder, all of the recipes are linked down below, so make sure you check out those blog posts. And if you try any of these recipes, make sure you give the recipe a 5-star review on my blog post because those help me a lot. If you guys want more vegan breakfast ideas, I'm gonna link a playlist down below so you guys can get more ideas. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And of course, don't forget to sign up for Thailand and or Bali because those trips are happening this year and I want to meet you guys in person. All right, all of those links are below. Thank you so much for watching, you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.